All righty. Welcome to the August 26, 2024 Planning Commission meeting. First, we'll do a roll call. We have Colin Coyle, Adrian Costello, John DiLorenzo by Zoom, and Anthony Bush is unable to attend. First on the agenda, we'll have the approval of the minutes from the August 12, 2024 meeting. Any questions, comments? Motion to approve?
I'll move to approve it.
I'll second the motion.
All right. Second on the agenda is for 301 Oxford Valley Code Ninjas.
We have
Oh,
to
sorry.
vote.
Sorry, vote. Sorry, vote. It's my second rodeo, so, all right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right. On the agenda next is the Code Ninjas Yardley, the special exception for a trade or commercial school in a general business industrial office space.
The Code Ninjas Yardley, they're currently located in the Lower Makefield Shopping Center next to Indian Garden. They're planning to relocate to the Makefield Executive Quarters, 301 Oxford Valley Road in Suite 601A. They're proposing to use 1,050 square feet of existing space within one of the buildings in the Executive Quarters for a learning center for computer coding and game building. Several years ago, the Zoning Hearing Board granted a special exception for the use over the Lower Makefield Shopping Center, and now that they moved, they need a special exception for this location. The ordinance requires that it go to the Planning Commission to get an advisory opinion to the Zoning Hearing Board to see if you have any concerns with traffic, driveways, parking, stuff like that. As you probably are aware, there's really been no impact over in the Lower Makefield Shopping Center. And if you'd like, I could call up on the plan where this is located.
Sure.
And you can see on your screen, I have it, the unit that they're occupying or proposing to occupy, highlighted in orange. It's sort of in the middle of the complex. The Makefield Executive Quarters is a mixture of professional offices, physicians, lawyers, accountants, general business, a bunch of different uses within that group of buildings.
To me, it looks like there's sufficient parking, and as far as, traffic there should be fine, as they're calling for 8 to 10 students at a time that'll be there, so I don't see any big issues as far as traffic or parking or interrupting any type of usual business at that location, so, I don't know, any other comments?
I only had one concern, and it is related to the children being there. I think that most people driving through here don't expect kids, right? I know that a lot of these kids aren't like 12-year-olds just hanging out with nothing to do, but I know people do kind of rush through when they're late for appointments. The only request that I would put forth is, would we be open to asking the business to purchase some sort of a sign that they could place out during their business hours that says, "Slow down, children present"?
And you could certainly make that a recommendation if you feel that's appropriate.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean,
Yeah.
I go by the one now, and we were talking about in the Giant Plaza, and there's a lot of kids hanging outside, probably more going to the frozen yogurt shop.
Probably the more frozen yogurt and the pizza shop and all that, and, but all the same, I don't think people are looking for children to be
Yeah,
outside here, and it's,
I think it's a great suggestion.
yeah, as a recommendation to the zoning board, it's probably a,
Yep.
Yeah, and the only other thing, kind of along those lines, but a different angle, I was talking to Jim earlier, is, sorry, is that better? All right. I was talking to Jim earlier, this is sort of a business complex, and you have the opportunity for, like, in the summertime, having 10 to 12 kids in an all-day camp. If they get a break, is there any sort of risk for, like, the accounting office next door to get annoyed with kids, hanging out, eating lunch on a nice day outside their office? And is that a problem? I'm throwing it out, and I'm kind of nitpicking here because it doesn't seem like there's that much to argue with against this one, so.
Yeah. I would argue that it is probably something that the tenants would have to work out, or the owners of the properties would have to work out amongst themselves.
Okay.
If, in fact, you have,
All right.
and it's gonna be for a very sustained period of time. I
Yeah.
think during the summer, when they have these summer camps that are all day long. And I think that if it becomes an annoyance to any of the other owners,
Okay.
the professionals,
Let's not do
to contact the owners of this facility or to this business.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not asking this question, I think it's going to be very high risk at all.
Yeah.
But I just, again, he made me think of it with his question, it's just sort of like, it's just a different kind of business in an area where people aren't used to having that kind of business around, so I'm just trying to poke at it, just to make
Yeah.
sure that we're not missing anything.
Yeah, I just don't think we can predict
Okay.
what's going to happen, so I don't think it's advisable to mandate
Okay.
something like that for something that could not occur.
Gotcha. All right. I mean, I really don't have any other questions.
John, any comment from you? Questions?
I'm fine, thank you. I think it's fine.
Okay. Any public comment? No public comment? Get a motion?
But just real quick, so TJ, I assume that Code Ninjas has to advertise for the request for the zoning exception to other businesses neighboring this location, right?
That is correct. All people within, all property owners within 200 feet are notified.
Perfect, so they have their opportunity to come and be heard before the zoning hearing board if they're like, yep, I'm happy.
I'm happy to.
Addresses sort of the question
Yeah,
specifically
all right,
that
I'm happy
Adrian
to.
had. Yes.
So our recommendation is to approve, and then recommending that signs outside, I guess. for-
During business hours, right.
For
Yep.
children.
Yep,
So if someone wants to say, I'll make a motion to that
I'll
effect.
make a motion to approve the special exception for the Code Ninjas place in, I can't remember the name of it now.
Wakefield Executive.
Mayfield Executive, so I make that motion.
Yeah, can I get a second?
second.
Second.
Oh, John, you can second, John's the second, I'll back out of the
All
second.
right. All right.
Okay.
Motion to approve?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, approved. Anything else on the agenda?
No, just, I guess, we set the meeting for the next planning commission meeting to be October 7th, which is just a week earlier
Okay.
because of the Columbus Day holiday and also conflicts among members. So just a reminder there.
Yep,
Thank you.
works for me. All right,
All right,
end of the meeting, adjourned.
thank you.
So say we all.
Yeah.